joining us this morning.
No
first, a big result when Spurs needed it.
Yeah, it was a good game for Tottenham, to play against Everton last night. I mean, as well as Tottenham did, the opposition with Everton were very poor, Laura, but full credit to Tottenham, they bounced back. But they showed what they're capable of. I mean, when you look at the squad, you look at the team, you look what they've got up front. They've got the best centre forward in the world, in my opinion. They've really been achieving, underachieving. It's just been a roller coaster for them. But yesterday they were back up on top again and playing fantastic. Next week, who knows?
Harry, listen, you touched on it there. Best centre forward in the world. I was watching, obviously we didn't see the game last night, but watched the highlights this morning. He goes through with the goalkeeper to beat, and I just said to Woodsy, you just fancy him. You really fancy him. You know he's confident. And the second finish, I thought the technique over the shoulder, volley back across. I look at his header against Manchester City. He's got a lot, Harry Kane, and we were talking about it early on. Can he catch Alan Shearer's 260? I think Harry Kane is the first player, and I include Aguero and Wayne Rooney. I think Harry Kane is the first player that Alan Shearer will be looking over his shoulder saying he's got a chance of catching me.
Yeah, every chance, Harry. I mean, as you say, he's got absolutely everything. He's a complete all-round player. He's a great professional. A great lad to have in his dressing room as well as being out on the pitch, a leader. He's just a complete pro. And he just you can't speak highly enough of him. And he had a little blip early in the year where people started writing him off. And I couldn't believe it. I just know what he can do. And he just is complete different class. He's got as you say, he can do everything.
On the other side of things last night, Everton, Harry, you touched on it there on the performance that they put out. What's going wrong at Everton?
They're just a very poor group of players, Laura. I listened to it, I watched it on TV obviously last night. I think Jamie Carragher said it's a championship back four. If you go through a man for man, it's a poor outfit. They've recruited badly. They've got no legs in midfield. The little boy Alan can't run. It's short. Can't get around the pitch. It's only the young lad really last night who showed any life. Lad Gordon who played with some energy. They really do a poor outfit. It's you look at their managers. They've had Champions League winning managers who have Angelotti. Couldn't get a tune out of the club. Rafa Benitez goes there the same. They've gone through good manager. Couple of Champions League winning managers. There's just, the recruitment has been shocking at the club. They've brought in average players, they look average characters. I don't know. Frank's got his work cut out. If he keeps them up, he's going to be do very well, because I think they are in desperate trouble looking at them.
Harry, I think potentially the only thing that might save them is there's another 2 or 3 down there as well, whether it's Leeds United, obviously Burnley. I don't think Brentford are out it. But you're spot on, mate. I saw their game against Boreham Wood. I was at their game against Boreham Wood.
Yeah.
I know they ended up comfortable 2-0 victory. But there was something about them. They didn't play well first half. And I honestly thought, Harry, looking at them, I thought it would be okay if they could get Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison the same side playing together up front. But I think Jamie Carragher might be spot on. I think defensively they're absolutely not good enough. No,
never had a kick last night up front. Didn't get any service, but never had a shot on goal again. Went to Southampton the same. I mean, but it's not just suddenly happened. This has been going on all year. I mean, as I say, I don't know how many games it is now. One winning, 14 or something. Their record. As I say, Champions League winning managers who have gone there and couldn't get anything out of them. It's down to recruitment, Ali. I don't care who you are, whatever you think you are, you can be the best. You can put anybody you want in there. You can put Pep in there. He's not suddenly going to turn that group around, because they're not good enough. They've got a very average group of players, and he's got a massive job on his hands here, Frank. And I don't know. I just think the 8 games at home at the last 13 is the big thing in their favour. They've got great fans, they'll hopefully give them the lift they need in the next couple of home games. I think they've got Wolves, Newcastle. they're going to need that crowd behind them, staying with them, even if things are not going well, giving them a lift and pushing them through the season. Hopefully, in the end of the season, they can rebuild. I mean, he's bought a couple. What's happened to Dele Alli? I mean, Frank bought him in with great, we're so excited about bringing him. There's got to be something wrong with what he's doing. He can't get in the team. I mean, he goes back to Tottenham last night. It's almost embarrassing, Ali. Yourself, when you've been a big player and suddenly you go back to your old club, you don't want to be sitting on the bench.
You want to go and show them what you can do.
You want to show them what you can do, and he can't even get in the team. That's how he's been since he's been there. Done nothing. And I've been one of his biggest fans, but there's a few of them need to get their fingers out there and start performing, and because otherwise they are in desperate trouble.
It's strange, Harry, isn't it? Because at some points in the season, Everton and last season as well, they've had these great players like Richarlison and like Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Michael Keane as well. He's been brilliant playing for England. Pickford at the back as well. They've got some real talent. Allen as well. They've got some real talent in that side.
No, I can't agree with you, Laura. I can't agree with you, Laura. No, I'd be a liar if I sat here and said I agree with you. I wouldn't. They're not great players. Sorry, they're not great players.
Do you think they have been great players?
No. No, I don't. No.
Look, you know better than I do, Harry. So
no,
I won't argue with that.
Opinions. On that. I don't think they are. I think they're decent players. The great players are Harry Kane. People who do it week in, week out over a period. They've had little spells where they've done okay. No, I don't think they are. I think the back four is absolutely horrendous. But he's going to have to pack them up somehow. Godfrey comes back fit, hopefully improve him a bit. He needs to get his best 11, try to stick with them and make them difficult to beat and try to claw out a few results. Hope that Calvert-Lewin can get fit. He's been obviously been out injured a long time. He just hopes he can get a tune out of them front two and pick up a result or two.
Oh, it's worrying times, isn't it? Harry, thank you for coming
Thanks,
on.
Harry. Thank you, mate. Harry, get those sticks looked out, pal. Get the golf sticks looked out.
Bye, Laura. Bye-bye.
See you, Harry. Take care. See you later.
Do you know, I'm looking at it, Woodsie.
Yeah.
They're a point behind Leeds. They've got 2 games in hand. They've got 3 games in hand on Brentford, but Brentford, obviously, with that win at the weekend, have got themselves a little bit of a gap between Leeds and Everton.